I'm wearing earplugs. Does it sound like I'm yelling? Do the earplugs make me sound loud? I'm just kidding. All right, I got my chainsaw out of the shop. I'm gonna start whittling away on this tree. I don't know how far I'll get. I'm gonna chainsaw till my back wears out. That may be 30 minutes. That may be when it's done. I don't know. We'll see what happens. No, I don't have all the proper safety gear. I'm wearing sunglasses. I do have a hat. I don't have leather chaps. I don't have all the other stuff. I'll wear some gloves, and I'll try to be careful. I'm not a professional. I'm a preacher. Anyways, I'll take a couple pictures as I go along, and hopefully my back will hold out and we'll get it all done today. Let me take you over here and show you what we got done so far. That chair is about where the edge of the limbs were. And then you can see there, that's all mainly limb wood. And I'm just now getting into the trunk. Then there's kind of a fork, and of course you got your trunk. So I've been doing all the work with that steel chainsaw there. I've had that saw a long time. That's a MS 250. That's an 18-inch bar. So it gives you some kind of idea of the trunk of the tree, what we're dealing with. Once I get past that fork, it looks like the tree will be about 16 to 18 inches diameter the rest of the way down the trunk to the roots. Anyways, pretty good pile of wood. And before I forget, who is the communist California legislature that made me have to put baling wire on a new gas can so it'd pour? I'm so sick and tired of child-proofing crap that it makes me sick. If you're not old enough to pour gasoline in a chainsaw, we don't need some kind of child safety restraint to keep it from leaking fumes. It's a gas can. I know I don't carry it around in the front seat of my car on a hot day. So the way this thing works is you fill it up full of gas, and then you push it down in the hole, and you push a button in, then you push down on it, and that releases air so that gas can come through. I got this thing, I ran a piece of baling wire through here, I pulled it down permanently and put a cap on it. I carry it in a 5-gallon bucket, it drops right down in it. I'm not gonna play these games. Why can't we buy a stinking gas can that you take a lid off and pour it out of? Is that illegal now? This is ridiculous. Ran over, back to work. We're taking guesses. Is it going to make a rick? I've cut these roughly 18 inches. According to my 18-inch bar. So, if you think this made a rick, put a rick. Less than a rick, 2 ricks. You can kind of get a little better idea now that I'm sitting down here on the stumps how much wood we're talking about. Now, I'm not going to split this. I'll split it in the winter. Hey, true story. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I guess you can hear me, a chopper's gone. I don't know about you, but man, every time I hear a chopper flying over my house, I think about Red Dawn. Do you ever think about Red Dawn when a chopper flies over your house or over where you're at in the woods? I grew up on the edge of a military base. I'd always sneak in there and hunt, and choppers would fly over, and I'd pretend I was in Red Dawn. There's what we ended up with. 2 full ricks. And that's unsplit. Once we split it, it'll be just over 2 ricks of wood that we got out of that one oak tree. Let me take you around. I'll show you the way they look and you can see. And if you guessed under 2 ricks, it's because you don't realize the size of the trunk. That trunk towards the end was 18 inches across. And so you're talking 1.5 feet thick wood every time you make a cut. And when you have a 24 foot or so of just straight trunk wood, that adds up in a hurry. So we ended up with 2 18-inch ricks, which 4 foot tall, 8 foot wide. I've got a tape measure stretched out to 8 foot. Like I said, once we split it and we could stack it a little better, it would easily make 2 ricks. This side here is kind of all the smaller end stuff. The other side is mainly the larger wood. Walk you around on this end. You can see just how quickly those large logs add up. And we probably have a rick of just trunk wood if we separated it out, and a rick of limbs. Some of the limbs are narrow, you know, doesn't have real thick wood. Coleman's chunking the little pieces out of the yard and my wife's weeding the garden. There you see it. It's 8 foot across, it's 4 foot tall, and the logs are roughly probably average 18 inches. A true cord is 4 foot. I measured it across, it's 3 foot. So it's a little less than a cord, but no one here buys 24-inch long sticks of firewood. So anyways, that's what we ended up with. Thanks for watching.